I needed a large dowel for a ballet bar in a home gym, and I was unable to source one locally, so I decided to make it. The specifications were 1 3/4 in diameter by 7 foot long. After a bit of research, I settled on a DIY lathe with a router using this Makita 1/2 inch impact as the drive motor. I milled some 8/4 white oak on a table saw so it would fit snugly into an 1 3/4 socket. This was actually my first failed attempt. I tried to add shims to make it a tighter fit, but ultimately just ended up remaking it. The other end just uses a 1/2 inch by 5 inch steel bar I had laying around with a nut as a spacer. Here you can see the basics of the jig. It's just a bunch of pine boards I had laying around sandwiched together to make the two ends of the lathe. I cut a bunch of identical boards and then used the drill press to drill a pilot hole so that all the holes would be perfectly centered together. Some MDF sides to lock it all together and a few additional supports, and it's ready to go. My first attempt didn't have the center support and it was way too wobbly. I just made a crappy router sled and I'm using a hose clamp to activate the trigger on the Makita impact. Just taking multiple light passes here, and as I mentioned, this was my second attempt. The first attempt I was using an upcut router bit and it was pulling the wood up into the cut. With the downcut router bit, the finish was very good right off of the router. I then used a card scraper to take off some of the router marks and to save time sanding. Here you can see how well the card scraper does at removing material if you can find just the right angle. And here's the finished product. Turned out pretty well. Made only with tools and stuff I had already laying around the shop. I looked at a lot of jigs online on TikTok and YouTube, and none of them seemed capable of handling something this long or large. So thanks for watching.